Hello everyone and welcome to a beauty video for this week. I wasn't sure. I don't know what exactly this is going to be, if it's just going to be a first impressions and lip swatches, or if it's going to be a whole weekly wear. It'll depend on how much I enjoy these products, but chances are I've got a feeling I'm really going to like these. So these are new-ish from ColourPop. Looks like these were sent to my previous address, so they've probably been out for a little over a month now, but ColourPop sent me the full set, I believe anyways, of these Fresh Kiss lip creams that they came out with. They say that they're gonna have the combination of the color payoff of a lipstick, but then be as hydrating and nourishing as a lip balm. But then on top of that, the finish is going to be matte, apparently, they say. I don't know. With the stuff online, it doesn't look like they're matte, which I personally prefer not matte, but they say it's got that like weightless moussey formula to it that I feel like a lot of matte lip creams have. So I'm just excited to check this stuff out. Like I said, we got a lot of them. Looks like 12 different colors. All right, yeah, looking online, it looks like there are 12 different shades and then also some Halloween ones. I think these are for the Hocus Pocus collection, yes. But the original, like, normal ones or whatever, like I said, that I have here, it looks like they kept them in kind of the nude, pink, red, brown type of a spectrum. So, as I said, I am excited to try these out with you guys. They sound right up my alley, except for the matte part. I don't know, should we go with a red for today? Just so we can see how it works? Like I said, I will be swatching all of these for you guys, but for today, I'm gonna go with Let's Vogue. Looks like it's gonna be a kind of berry red color. Very pretty. It just comes in an acrylic square type packaging, and then doesn't smell great. It's got kind of a stubby doe foot applicator there, as you can see, kind of a door wedge looking thing, a door stopper. It doesn't smell bad, it just, I don't think there's a scent to it. But we'll zoom you in a little bit so that you can see this go onto my lips. I have nothing on them, not even a lip balm. Let's see how this does. Okay, so this is looking more like a bright tomato red on my lips. It was looking more of a berry red in the tube. But yeah, definitely color payoff. It does feel very creamy. And there we go. It's a red lipstick for sure. It definitely has more texture, viscosity, whatever the word is gonna be. It's, you know, when I'm thinking, I don't even know because I don't keep those products because I don't enjoy them, but you know what I mean, those thin liquid lips that are kind of a moussey texture. I think ColourPop actually has some like that. These, I guess, would be similar, but they're just thicker. They're more plush feeling, and I think they feel really nice because of that. It certainly made it so it had really good color payoff. You know, it's not blotchy like some of those more whipped feeling formulas can feel like. And it does, it feels like a hybrid. It feels like a lipstick on my lips, but more of a whipped lipstick texture. So I think it feels really nice. It feels really nice and plush and smooth. Not necessarily hydrating or anything, but as long as it keeps my lips hydrated, it doesn't need to feel hydrating, you know? But easy enough to apply, and I think it looks great. I don't think these don't like claim to dry down or anything and be transfer proof. But yeah, it's very smooth and very, very pretty. And these are not only cruelty free, but also vegan, so that's great. So yeah, as I'm sure you can hear, my AC just kicked on, so I'm gonna get to getting, living my life. I will show you throughout the day how this is wearing, you know, before and after a meal and all that good stuff, and then I'll see you at the end of the night. Well, actually, I'll probably kick it over to some swatches here so you guys can see these swatched on my lips and whatnot, and then I'm gonna, you know, get onto the clips of my life and see you at the end of the night. Swatch time! Woo! Let's get into it. Begin, I have got number 411, and this one, it looks better on me than I thought. It's certainly not the kind of color that I personally ever wear. It's a little light and pale for me, but it's basically like a pale peachy pink. I would say it's a bit more on the peach side than the pink side, but you know, usually these colors are quite sheer, and this one is a little sheer. Like, you can definitely still see some of my natural lip color peeking through, but overall, it's not awful. It's just not my kind of a lip color. But for anyone who does like a pale peachy pink, This is not the worst offender I have ever tried on. Next up, I have got BB Spice, and this is kind of in the same color family, I would say, as the first color, but this has more of like a dusty rose undertone to it. This one, for me anyways, is much more wearable. It's like a nude peach type of a thing. Still a little bit lighter than what I typically wear on my lips, but overall I'm not terribly mad at it. Not sure that it's one that I will keep in my lip color repertoire, but overall, you know, nice, nearly opaque color. Not offensive by any means, went on Creamy Dreamy, and I can definitely see, you know, I can see the market for this kind of a color. It's just not for me. Next up here, I love this color. This is my kind of a color. This is Strike a Pose, and it's kind of like a nude, understated roseberry, if you will. It's kind of that perfect in-between of a dusty rose and a berry, so it's got that little hint of a purpley mauve to it, but it's still in the pink family, and so this definitely could be a nude for many people, but for me, it's like an amped up My Lips But Better nude. I love this kind of a color of lip product. I mean, the opacity is perfect, covers my natural lip color and looks still natural, but like I said, amped up. I love this kind of a color. I think it is gorgeous. Next up is the color Page Me. This is gorgeous and another color that is right up my alley. This is very similar to the last one, Strike a Pose, but this is more of a berry color. This is bringing me back to MAC's Plumful when I was obsessed with that lipstick and that color on my lips, except this is obviously full opacity. Plumful was not, but this is a beautiful color. It's a reddy plum, like a red dash Y, I guess, you know, like a red-ish plum, but I just think it's beautiful. I think these kinds of lip colors can be dressed up, dressed down, dressed however you want to wear this kind of a color. I think it is very versatile. That's the word I'm looking for, and it's just so pretty across the board on so many different skin colors and whatnot. It is, dare I say, perfection. Might end up being my favorite out of the bunch. Next is the color Teen Spirit, and as much as I am a Nirvana fan, you know, smells like Teen Spirit, this kind of a color just isn't for me. It's not the worst offender ever, and I know there are people that do enjoy this kind of a color lipstick, but for me it's got a bit too much of a blue undertone to it. It's like a muted mauve with that blue-toned pink, that Barbie blue-toned pink, and I just personally don't think it suits me, but you know, it's opaque and nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, the actual product itself. It's just the color that just is not for me. Whew, this next one, Alt Rock. I don't know how I didn't notice that these would probably be really similar, but this one is almost identical to the Page Me color, and it's beautiful and lovely in all sorts of ways. I would say this is more of a purple, when the Page Me in comparison is more of a red, quote unquote. It's not red, it's just in comparison. This is definitely more of a purple berry. It reminds me, like I said, of MAC's Plumful, but also of MAC's Rebel that I used to wear a lot. I don't know why these colors are reminding me so much of MAC lipstick colors that I used to love and wear all the time. And it's just, it's beautiful. I love these kinds of plum berry beauties. I suppose I shouldn't even call it a plum. It's more of a raspberry if I'm being completely honest. And it's just, it's gorgeous. It is luscious and it's beautiful. Like, there's nothing wrong with this kind of a color. It's just perfection and I love it. Next color, I've got Baby Doll, and I actually like this one a lot more than I thought I would. I thought this might be a little pale on me, but I actually think it looks quite nice. This is more of a burnt peach kind of a nude category color. So like a beigey brown peach. I don't know why I'm having a very hard time explaining the color of this one, but definitely would be a natural color for a lot of people out there, and overall I think it looks really nice. I feel like a lot of the time these kind of more peachy toned colors rather than a purpley mauvey or pink kind of a color, I feel like they can just look wrong on me. I don't know if I'm too pale or what, but overall this one actually looks quite nice, and it's just a natural, but you know, obviously it looks like I'm wearing lipstick, but in a very natural color for sure. So next up is the Rachel, and I guess this is the kind of peachy orange that I'm talking about that I typically don't like take on me. This one isn't the worst. It's got enough pink to it. It actually, now that I'm thinking about it, was it called Vegas Volt? I think that was another MAC lipstick color. Wow, this is reminding me a little bit of that, but a little less orange than that one was. But this one, it's not my kind of a color. It's like an orange sherbet, kind of a peach. It's got a little bit of a pink to it, but I personally don't think it's very flattering on my skin. It's a little too bright and but overall, this can look gorgeous on a lot of people. It's just not for me. Next up is the color Beverly Hills, and this is almost identical. I'm talking identical to the previous color, the Rachel. This one, I guess, is a little bit less bright, but it's still definitely that bright kind of a peachy orange with a little bit of a pink salmon undertone to it, maybe even a little bit of a red undertone to it. So this one to me personally is more wearable than the Rachel, but overall, I mean, these colors, I started putting this on and I'm like, wait, didn't I just do this one? And no, I had not. It's just very similar to the Rachel, and like I said, it's not my kind of a color, but there you go. Next is the color Scrunchy. This is not a red that I typically wear, although it is very pretty. I don't know that I'm bold enough to wear this color of a red. Maybe some days, but very rarely. It is much more of a deep brick red, but it's still got a lot of punch to it. I mean, it's certainly more red than it is brown. Like, I feel like a lot of brick reds are more brown with a hint of red. This is definitely red with a hint of brown, and it looks really nice. I could see this popping and looking really good, especially on deeper skin colors. And overall, I mean, it's opaque. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not the kind of shade that I typically wear. I feel like it makes my lips look really small, and you know, personal preference. And last but not least, we have Docs, which I think this is honestly the most disappointing out of all of them. This is the one real brown out of the family of colors, and this one is also the sheerest of the bunch. It goes on a bit patchy. It's a bit like rubbing chocolate syrup, like Hershey's chocolate syrup, onto the lips. Maybe a little bit more opaque, forgiving, but overall, I mean, it's a pretty brown, but it's a deep brown. It's a chocolate brown with an undertone of red. But like I said, for me anyways, the opacity just doesn't work. I would have to wear a lip liner underneath this if I wanted it to look nice, but it is what it is, I guess, just based on how good the other ones were in terms of opacity. I was expecting more from this. Alright, dinner time. I have got some teriyaki glazed crispy tofu here. Give that a little shake, and gonna put it on some stir-fry noodles. Yummy, yummy, yummy! In my tummy! Gotta love tofu. Oh yeah. That's gonna be yummy. Here we have glorious kitchen lighting, but here is the lip product. It has been like six and a half hours, and I've just been drinking out of my water bottle all day so far. You can see it definitely has faded, like on the inside of my lips, and I can tell, like, I can still rub my lips together. But I can just feel that my lips feel dry where there isn't any product left, because I've just been seeing red lipstick all over my straw, but there you go. You can still see we got a lot. I'm just gonna kind of dab it so we have more of a blotted look. That'd probably be really pretty with like a gloss on top of it, but I'm gonna eat my dinner, see if any of this lasts, and then we will reapply. Alrighty, dinner is done. This actually stayed on my lips a lot better than I thought. I mean, you're slurping noodles, it's messy. Granted, it's not all still there, but you can still see a little bit of the tint, and yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed. Okay, we will squat down here to put this lip product on so that stabilize the camera and I can stabilize my hand. Let's see if this layers well or if it clumps, because this kind of product I feel like has a tendency to clump up when reapplied. Not bad. You can see though it did clump up a bit around the edges of my lips where I still had product left, but as I said, that was kind of expected, predicted, that sort of a thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on with it. I'll just be sipping on some water and probably eat chocolate of some kind tonight. But aside from that, I got nothing. So I will see you guys at the end of the night. We will see how this ended up wearing for the rest of the night. All right, hello my friends, welcome. End of the night here. I just got done filming for the foundation that I'm testing out at the moment. Either way, lip product, it has been on and I'm ready to go to bed, so it's time for it to come off. So for the remaining time, it has survived 4 Oreos and a glass of water. And by glass, I mean a 32 ouncer, so that's actually many glasses. And that being said, it looks pretty darn good. Definitely some slight clumping, you know, around the edges again, but overall I think it looks pretty smooth. It looks like it faded gracefully. It certainly has that matte look to it, but I mean, you can see how much of it came off just on my straw from the water that I told you I was drinking. And overall, my lips do feel like I would like to put a lip balm or something on, but they don't feel dry. I just am a chapstick addict or a lip balm addict, so like that's a me problem. But like, I do like that it gets down to kind of like a blotted look. I'm certainly curious to test this out in that way, like see if I can get it on starting as a blotted type of a thing, maybe wear it with a lip gloss or something on top. So that means there's gonna be further testing. I'm gonna let you guys know, and I'm gonna do so in just a second here. All right, so I actually just got done doing swatches, and this lip product, it really is that kind of like a thin mousse that sits on top of the lips, so my lips didn't end up getting stained at all from doing the swatches, which I'm surprised about. But let's Vogue. I'm gonna use this again, and I'm gonna try using this just as a blotted lip color to see if it can be versatile in that sense. I've got a feeling it can be. But you know, a lot of these, they do have a matteness to them, but I feel like when it's fully applied, it's definitely got more of a sheen to it. But doing it blotted like this, it's actually really nice and pretty. I'm definitely curious to see if doing it like this or wearing it like this will keep my lips hydrated, or if it will end up settling weird. You know, certain lip products just aren't made for blotting. But this I actually think looks really pretty, so I'm gonna wear this for the rest of the day. And I'll check in with you guys. I don't know that I'm gonna need to reapply or anything. Maybe, probably, but we'll see. Time will tell, and I will tell you in due time. Ah, the beautiful kitchen lighting. We're back. I figured, you know, we'll just do a quick little ending update here. It's been like 5 hours. I'm about to eat dinner. I've just been sipping on my water bottle here, but it doesn't stain. This stuff does not stain. So if you're looking for that blotted stain, don't look here. Although I guess this doesn't, I don't know, something about this product makes me think it's gonna have a stain to it, but it doesn't. So just in case your brain thinks like mine, even though this product does not say that it's a stain, don't let your own brain trick you, because that's not what this is gonna do. However, if you want, at least from what I've experienced, a pretty darn comfy lipstick, maybe check these out. They might be up your alley. I don't know. I can't say that these are gonna be like an absolute favorite product of mine ever, but I'm gonna keep using them because I have really enjoyed them. So like, there's that. If anything else, if you wanted to try one of them out, hopefully the swatches were helpful for you guys. You can certainly let me know things down in the comments below. You know, have you tried these out? How do you feel about them? All that good stuff. You can also just let me know any other products you might be curious in seeing me testing here on my channel. You can also subscribe if you're new here. Hey, hi, hello, how are you? Become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I would love to have you here. And, as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye! My outro always takes on such a strange and different iteration of itself when I'm not in my filming setup. Anyone else notice that? It's strange. It's like the diva ring light. It hypnotizes me and tells me how to say the outro. And when I'm not there, I'm on my own. Yikes.
Didn't know what to think about that. Didn't know what to think about that. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop.